Oh, I hate him. Mr. Solid. You sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Solid, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. How would he know from a glance? Just the pool of blood? What if that was ketchup or Kool-Aid or something?
Oh yeah!
I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. That's convenient. The man who ran away was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. I just like the way he's shuffling back and forth, it just bothers me. Like, he needs face punching. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Side used was one of those. What do you mean? Oh, is that one's cordless? It kind of looks like it has a cord right there, though. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record was added to the court. Electricity to Mr. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. And it was 1 p.m., so it would be out then. Now, Mr. Wright. Yep. Yeah, Your Honor? You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies. What? He was lying? Obviously, your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Oh, okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out the contradictions in the testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. What is our attorney badge is useless. Cindy's autopsy was done 7:31, so that's the day after she died, 4 to 5 p.m. Blunt trauma. A statue in the shape of the thinker, it's rather heavy. There's a black bar on it. Is it like an electronic device? Like a clock or something? Passport. Arrived on 7:30. Wait. She arrived at 7:30? Oh wait, no, that's frickin' July 30th, derp. I was like, how did she get autopsied that fast? Lecture to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6. This is weird, like, I see a contradiction here, because he said that he quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. But he's also saying here that the phone in her apartment wasn't working, so didn't he go into her apartment and try the phone supposedly? But that doesn't have any contradicting evidence. There's blunt trauma, the item that caused the blunt trauma, that she got there at 7:30, and electricity's out. Oh, I'm dumb. I thought that meant that the autopsy was done at 7:31 from 4 to 5. Her time of death was from 4 to 5 p.m. But he literally said that it was 1 p.m. Where's E? Oh, the first objection. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Ooh, take that. You just got the ding of shame. Oh, that! What the heck? That was his voice? He really does have a high-pitched yeah voice. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe, especially since he said he knew for certain. Mr. Saw It. Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Right. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Oh, wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? You can do that? You can just keep giving your testimony? Didn't he swear under oath? You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, there's no power. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video, or a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Oh, you're gonna get dunked on, dude. Let's do this. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Is it this one? Oh, but it was 3 hours off of it, so it was probably taped? No. Yeah, let's go back to the first one. It was probably coming from the television. Present. Guess what? There was no power! Hold it right there! The prosecution has said that there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Oh my god, 2 dings of shame. You couldn't have heard a television. Or a video. What was... That was like a Dragon Ball Z punched in the face. It was only for a second, but the defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Saw It? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Saw It? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. But my apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Saw It. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. Oh my god, this is actually like Case Detective Conan stuff. It was actually the thing. How would he know it was a clock? That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. It's a digital clock, so it would have been dead because it's not like a wall clock. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Oh, where do we get him? There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, it was the murder weapon. That must have been what I saw. Now find the contradiction. I mean, there was a table clock, but it was the murder weapon, right? Do I present the murder weapon? Because the autopsy is going to be irrelevant. And the passport will be irrelevant, right? We already used the blackout record. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. You have any problems with his testimony now? Oh! I mean, if it was a table clock, then it's not battery powered, right? It would be plugged into the wall. Or would it be? If he used it as a weapon, did he rip it out of the wall? I wish I could see it again. I mean, I guess it's right here, but you don't see a cord. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. That's good too. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Oh. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw It. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Yeah, grrr. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim? Is he really just asking? Oh my god. That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw... Did he just rip his... Oh my god, he just threw his whole wig at you. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn, give him death. Order. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Man's such a liar, even his hair is fake. Mr. Wright. Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think this through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Saw had heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply examine the clock's batteries, ask the neighbors, try sounding the clock. If it died at 1 p.m. and they never, like, plugged it back in or got new batteries, yeah, they literally said the clock has batteries right here. Then why would it die with the rest of the power? If you literally try sounding the clock, it should still be 1 p.m. Shouldn't it? Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Please don't say like 4:50. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. It's 8:25. I was wrong. Well, he is the thinker after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. 4 hours behind. Heck! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours. Oh, 8 to 11, derp, not 12 to 11 to 8. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Saw had heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Saw, try to talk your way out of this one. Ah, you forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. Oh, she was in Paris. Wait, this is America, right? Isn't the UK like 7 hours? Not UK, obviously Paris, France. Like that time zone area is like 7 to 8 hours ahead. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Saw. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Grr, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sod. I was gonna say, did we get the bad ending already? I thought I did everything right. Mia, I mean, Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But Chief, it's over! I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow, and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, Wright. Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, could it be the only evidence you haven't used yet other than your useless badge? You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. She was in Paris. Oh, it's not entered. Take that! Oh my god, I love that. This is hype. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. Hey, I was pretty close. Yeah, it's farther over to the right, but you know what I mean. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her to death in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Oh my god, he just destroyed him. Yeah. Isn't he just... He's dead? Hoarder, I must say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? He was arrested and taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Oh my god, they even put the confetti effects in for me? Oh my god. And with that, this court is adjourned. It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. And one-hit KO'd her. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew! I still can't believe we won! Right! Good job in there! Congratulations! Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. He's probably already dead. My life is over. Yeah, because he still lost his girlfriend. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Did Mans really just ask that when his girlfriend is, like, super dead? I mean, maybe ex-girlfriend, but she's still dead. Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no! I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. What? They changed his name from Larry to Butts? But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Oh, she got his name wrong. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Oh my god. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Is he really, like, trying to rebound that fast? Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey! Here, take this. It's a present. It's only killed one person. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? You want to give me the object that killed your previous girlfriend? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a moment. I can't believe she took it. Yo, Nick, did you see this lady just take a murder weapon? Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay. Oh, I'm not sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right. Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Uh-huh, oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? She kept the statue. Take that! God, right in his face. Just beat him, club him over the head with the statue. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Uh-huh? What about that clock I just gave away? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things can change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, and grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became his lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. He'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Lawyer waifu! And so my first trial came to close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's so good to have friends, and I got a wife. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave me a..." I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to... Are you actually kidding me? We didn't even have a waifu for like 1 minute. She gets killed with the clock too? Is it the center of another... Oh my god. Why is this so like exciting and hype? This is basically a visual novel, dude. A brand new episode has been added.